Okay guys, so here's the answers for Module P Lesson 1. You had this worksheet and had to do it on a sheet of notebook paper. So in the first one, your answer should be negative because the training increased and the calls decreased. Number 2, you have to make a scatter plot of the data. So here's my scatter plot. You have to be really careful of your intervals to just stay consistent. Mine went by 10s here and by 10s here. It just worked out that way. Drawing the line of best fit. So this should go through most of the points. These 2 points are basically outliers. They don't really fit the rest of the data. So we can kind of disregard that when we're doing a line of best fit. So this generally shows a positive correlation because it is increasing. To find the slope, remember we do the change in y over the change in x. Now, here's the thing. This graph put the years as x, which is what they should be, and this as your y's. With the coordinates that they gave you, they gave it to you as your time being y, and it shouldn't be that because time should always be x, but that's okay. We go with what it gave us. So we subtract our y's, subtract our x's, get negative 2 over negative 35 or 2 over 35. So to write the equation, we're going to use our y equals mx plus b format. And this was the slope that we came up with. And this was the y-intercept. So it's basically where my line would be crossing the y-axis, right over here. So I'm going to use that right there. So your equation should just look something like this. All our slopes should be the same. Your y-intercept might be different. All right, so number 7 said predict the population based in the year 2003. So if I look up from 2003, which is about right here, it's going to hit here. And if I follow that over, that actually has probably closer to 68. So I'm actually going to change my answer to 68. Okay, so all of those questions 1 through 7 had to do with that graph. All right, number 8 has to do with this graph. That was just a positive trend going straight positive. Predict the distance traveled at time equals 4. So if I was going to draw a line of best fit, it would probably look like that, going between the 2 lines. So if I follow up from the 4, it hits about 40, which is where I got that from. And then predict the distance traveled at time 2. If I follow up from the 2, it hits at 30. So that's where I got my 30 from. So if you have any questions after you rewind the video or stop it or however, make sure that you ask me.